Hey guys, so this is the podcast. It's been a while since I've updated the podcast. Sorry about that. Been busy with work, but yeah. So today we're going to talk about mice and rodents. Sorry if you hear some background noise. It's raining over here, but yeah. So we've been getting a lot of calls for mice and rats. This is that time of season where they are looking for shelter, so they come inside, any kind of structure, looking for food, shelter, and a nesting area to reproduce. So yeah. So I always get a lot of. So the calls that come in for rodents, it's always a specific question: is what are you gonna do that I can't do? Because usually what happens is most customers come out and they are trying to, they go to the, if it's a guy usually or a husband, he'll say like, hey, I went to the feed store, assuming that the feed store has stronger or better products to get rid of pests. Usually they sell the same stuff that the grocery store sell. It just might be repackaged. You might find one or two items that are a little different, but that doesn't mean they're better. So, yeah. So we always kind of tell the three top things that we do is bait, trap, and exclusion, meaning that we try to figure out how they got in the home and seal up those areas, or at least give recommendations on how to repair those areas so that pests don't continue to come in. Sorry about that. Yeah, so yeah, that's about it. Oh, sorry, I keep saying I got a YouTube comment about a year ago that said he says too much, but I don't talk like this on a regular basis to people or to a group, so sorry about that. But I would recommend that we come in, do the inspection, we try to exclude. We usually exclude if there is a opening 3 inches or bigger. We usually can't exclude unless we come back with equipment usually. So that could be a area that's too big for us, that the materials on our truck, we can't usually seal it up right now, so we usually give a cost or what we'll do is usually give a estimate on what it would cost to repair it and then come back and repair it. But baiting and trapping is usually what the customer tries to do, and usually fails. The problem is that the bait at the feed store, at the grocery store, is not strong enough and it doesn't work fast enough. And it's easily detectable. So what they'll do is sometimes they can eat a little bit, not enough to poison them, and still survive. Or it's easily detected that it's not healthy for them or poisonous, or it is poisonous for them, so then they won't eat it. So the traps, usually they're very smart. Mice and rats, they're getting smarter and smarter. So you might get a couple, but the problem is once you get the couple, one or two, the other mice and rats, they kind of adapt to the traps or to the environment, and so they know not to run into some of these traps. Usually the young ones will run into the traps a lot. Rats are a little different. They are a lot smarter. So we have techniques to deal with kind of smart pests, but exclusion is always the best way to go. We come in there and try to handle the ones you got in the house once they're in there, because they don't leave if it's cold outside or rainy or the bad weather. I even have customers that have mice that have cats, and then the cats are kind of lazy, or that hunting instinct didn't never kick in, or they don't care, and so it's our job to come in there and handle it. Usually if a house has predators like dogs or cats, the customer, the mice and rats still can stay in the home. They're just a little smarter, and a lot more cautious. So that's usually how that works. There's different techniques for trapping. There's different techniques for baiting. The best bet is to, for any pests that we deal with, is that we need to learn the biology of the pest and then also the behavior of the pest. And this helps us. Sorry about that. It helps us to figure out how to eliminate the pest the most effectively, and the most effectively, right, without causing danger. Usually another concern that customers have is, hey, is this going to be safe for my pets, right? And usually we place any bait that we use in a sealed container that dogs or cats can't get in. They're dog proof, meaning that the dog would have to gnaw and chew on the bait box for a long time before they could even get in it, and even then we'd be back before they could get back in it, or the customer would see it, So traps, of course, kind of like if a dog or a cat caught on a trap, it wouldn't kill them, but it would, it would make an owie, but nothing, I don't even think, worthy of going to the vet. There is cause and concern that some of these baits that we use have secondary poisoning, meaning that a mice and rat might eat some bait, go outside, and get trapped by a predator. The predator eats that mice, and because the mice had ingested the poison, or the roticide is what is the proper name, roticide, that they could pass away or die from the rat or mice being poisoned too. So in California, I think they're banning a lot of those. In other states, they're considering, because so many animals are getting secondary poisoning. Sorry about that. So that's cause for concern. So kind of sucks for those guys in California, because now they're going to have to rely on a lot of other techniques. And it does make their job a little harder, but hey, we're professionals, so if it was easy and if anybody could do it, anybody would get poison and throw it out in their house and they'd be done. But we do have a lot more knowledge and a lot more skill, so for those guys, it just might take a couple months or years to kind of adapt, and I'm sure they'll be good to go without using the roticide. It kind of sucks though, because I think they're going to limit it to like residential homes, because sometimes commercial facilities, like, you can't afford to have any time. You can't afford to have too much time where the mice has the ability to survive and mate. So roticide might be permitted on, like, facilities that deal with food processing or preparing food. So, but again, that's not. I'm in the Midwest, so that's something I won't have to deal with anytime soon. Anyway, those are kind of some of the techniques that we use, that we do. Inspection is a big part of it. Inclusion is a big part of it, because what's the point of getting rid of the mice when they can just come back? What happens here where we're at, the weather changes a lot, so it could be cold one day, hot the next. So in that hot weather, their structure that the pests are in may be warm enough and not have a good enough food supply that they will look for other places and other facilities to kind of for a better environment for them. So yeah, so that's some information. Our company name, Pathfinder Pest Control. Give us a call, 918-892-5254. Also known as Tulsa Bed Bug Specialist. Happy 2024. It's a new year, and so hopefully we can do better and bigger things in our industry and in our field and for our clients as well. So thanks for listening. If you have any other questions, you can text us that number. There's a lot of contact forms on our website, or even email us. Or if you're in our area and you happen to be in our area, hey, come call us and we'll provide you service. So thanks for listening, guys. Till next time.